human history. It helped people settle down and build communities, which allowed populations to grow and thrive together. As societies changed, the Indus Valley Civilization rose to prominence, showing off incredible skills in urban planning and sanitation. These advanced systems made sure that their cities were clean and healthy for everyone. In Babylon, King Hammurabi introduced a legal system in 1772 BC. This was an important step toward organized governance, as his laws helped establish the rules and order that societies needed to function smoothly. Meanwhile, in ancient Greece, city-states like Troy and Mycenae grew independently. Each city had its own way of governing, sparking friendly competition among them that encouraged growth and innovation. In Egypt, society resembled a tall pyramid with the pharaoh sitting at the top. Each layer of the pyramid represented different groups of people, from peasants to nobles, all playing important roles in supporting the pharaoh's leadership. An important moment in diplomacy occurred when Ramses II of Egypt made a peace treaty with Hattusili III of the Hittite Empire. This agreement helped both nations trade and benefit from each other, turning former enemies into allies. Confucianism, created by Confucius, focused on values like respect, loyalty, and responsibility. It helped build strong relationships and promoted harmony in communities, essential for keeping social order. On the other hand, Taoism taught people to go with the natural flow of the universe. By embracing peace and understanding that some things are beyond our control, Taoists learned to find balance in life, illustrated by the concept of yin and yang. As civilizations progressed, the ancient Greeks sought more land to grow their food, leading to new colonization efforts. This change in farming helped city-states flourish and develop even further. Siddhartha's path toward enlightenment teaches us about the importance of finding inner peace and overcoming our ego. His transformation into the Buddha inspires many to seek deeper meaning in their lives. The story now takes a turn to the historical battles, especially the famous Persian Wars. Athens bravely faced difficult challenges during the Battle of Marathon, demonstrating remarkable courage and clever planning. Following the Persian Wars, Greece experienced a cultural renaissance. This exciting time was filled with stunning architectural achievements like the Parthenon and vibrant theater productions, setting the stage for future thinkers and artists. In the Americas, growing crops like maize was vital for communities to survive during dry spells. This agricultural innovation provided essential food sources that helped early societies thrive and develop. Then we have Alexander the Great, who learned much from his teacher, Aristotle. This education shaped his leadership style, blending scientific thought and philosophy into his rule and military strategies. After Alexander's remarkable conquests, his empire faced challenges. His generals divided the vast territories among themselves, revealing just how tricky it can be to maintain such large empires. The Silk Road opened up exciting trade routes connecting China to the Mediterranean. It allowed people to exchange wonderful goods like silk and spices, as well as ideas, greatly impacting economic interactions between cultures. In Rome, Julius Caesar expanded the empire through his military campaigns against the Gallic tribes. This not only grew Roman territory, but also led to fascinating cultural exchanges among the integrated local populations. However, the assassination of Julius Caesar sparked a struggle for power in Rome. Eventually, Octavian rose to prominence, and as Augustus, he redefined what it meant to be an emperor, setting the stage for a peaceful time known as the Pax Romana. The life of Jesus was documented in the Gospels, written by his disciples. These writings highlight his influence on many people, setting important foundations for Christian teachings that continue to resonate today. During Emperor Tiberius's reign, political tensions arose around Jesus due to his growing influence. The decisions of Pontius Pilate ultimately led to significant events in history, including Jesus' crucifixion. After the death of Jesus, Paul of Tarsus played a key role in spreading Christianity throughout the Roman Empire. His journeys were filled with challenges, yet they expanded the faith to diverse populations. The Han Dynasty faced many difficulties like rebellions and economic troubles, which led to its fall. These issues allowed powerful warlords to emerge and gain influence during this tumultuous time. Around this time, Emperor Diocletian launched reforms to stabilize Rome by creating the Tetrarchy. He divided power among 4 rulers, but this brought chaos as leaders fought for control. Constantine's victory at the Milvian Bridge was a turning point for both Christianity and Roman politics. By making Constantinople his new capital, he strengthened his power and transformed the empire. Attila's retreat from Italy was influenced by many factors, such as threats from outside forces and weakened troops. This shows just how complicated military leadership can be during difficult times. The rise of the Ostrogothic kingdom illustrates the shift of power during the post-Roman period in Italy. This change paved the way for new forms of governance and cultural integration. When Clovis converted to Christianity, it began a powerful alliance between the Frankish kingdom and the Church. This partnership greatly influenced the politics of medieval Europe. In Baghdad, the establishment of the House of Wisdom under Harun al-Rashid created a hub for knowledge and learning. Scholars from many cultures came together to foster scientific advancements and share ideas. The Viking Age began in 793 with fierce raids on monasteries, reflecting the Viking search for wealth and the fear it spread across Europe. This period was marked by both exploration and conquest. The Treaty of Verdun in 843 divided Charlemagne's empire among his grandsons. This division led to the rise of distinct kingdoms, each shaping the future political landscape of Europe. Meanwhile, the Mayans in South America were impressively building cities that demonstrated their advanced civilization and large populations, significantly enriching the historical landscape of the Americas. The Crusades began in response to tearful destruction of important sacred sites. These conflicts brought intense religious zeal and shaped the societies of medieval Europe and the Middle East. Genghis Khan's unification of Mongolian tribes and his progressive reforms showcased the challenges of leadership during a time of expansion and warfare in the 13th century. However, the Crusaders encountered many setbacks in Egypt, which ultimately forced them to retreat after failing to capture key cities. This moment was significant in the history of the Crusades. Genghis Khan's military conquests led to the vast expansion of the Mongol Empire, altering historical demographics and cultural landscapes. His fierce tactics also contributed to a reputation that inspired fear. As influential leaders like Musa Musa rose in Africa, they highlighted the importance of wealth and knowledge, changing the dynamics of power. His pilgrimage to Mecca and support for education left a lasting legacy. The Ottomans' successful siege of Constantinople demonstrated their impressive military abilities and strategic thinking, ultimately ending centuries of Byzantine rule and marking the close of an important chapter in history. Simultaneously, Russia was gaining independence from Mongol control, thanks to Ivan the Great. This significant event paved the way for the development of the future Russian state. During the Renaissance, artistic achievements like Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa emerged, reflecting a blooming cultural evolution in Europe. This era was filled with remarkable art and intellectual growth. The English Renaissance introduced talented playwrights like William Shakespeare, who explored deep themes of power and human nature. His plays, such as Julius Caesar, remain influential even today. The 30 Years' War, driven by religious and political conflicts between Protestants and Catholics, left much of Europe in ruins. It ended with the Peace of Westphalia in 1648, reshaping the political map. During this time, China's powerful Ming dynasty faced decline due to corruption and internal unrest. This downfall marked another major shift in Chinese dynastic history. Robespierre rose to power during France's financial crisis, becoming a leading voice for the common people against the aristocracy as he was elected to the Estates General and took an influential role in the National Assembly. Under Robespierre's leadership, the Reign of Terror led to thousands being arrested and executed as enemies of the revolution. This oppressive period eventually caused public discontent, culminating in Robespierre's own arrest. After Robespierre was executed, France shifted to the Directory, a government aimed at stabilizing the nation. However, it faced its own challenges, ultimately leading to the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte, marking a huge change in French governance after the revolution. The thrilling space race highlighted human ambition, culminating in Neil Armstrong's moon landing. This incredible achievement united people around the world, celebrating progress during the Cold War era. With computers and cell phones becoming more affordable, communication transformed dramatically. The world feels smaller now, and this has reshaped how we interact and connect with each other. Finally, the story of Gilgamesh offers a fascinating reflection on the quest for immortality. It reminds us that even as civilizations change and grow, the essence of the human experience remains timeless.